Hello, gorgeous soul. Well, welcome to your monthly astrology. And this is the most pivotal, the most extraordinary, the most life transforming, not only month of the year, but time for many, many years. It's huge. Not only do we have Saturn, the Lord of Responsibility, going into romantic, spiritual, and boundaryless Pisces, making us all, on a positive note, ground our spirituality and ground our creativity. But we've also got the most massive shift of all, which is Pluto, the Lord of Transformation, leaving, for the time being, Capricorn and going into Aquarius. And these two could not be any more different. You know, there was so much astrology chatter about all the hell we were likely to see when Pluto went into Capricorn, which exactly happened. And now we're moving into Pluto going into Aquarius. We become more of a community. It can bring extraordinary fabulousness, although equally slightly worried about the whole AI thing, because we're going to see a technology shift over the next few years, but possibly even starting this month, that is beyond anything. It's going to be as extreme as when the internet came into being. But fundamentally, on an individual level, these two massive planets, these deep-rooted planets, are going to bring about a powerful shift for each one of us individually and also collectively. It's extraordinary. Here's your monthly astrology. Hey, gorgeous Libra. Okay, this month is a game changer with some wonderful news coming for you. But also, there's some little bit of work you have to do when it comes to your habits, your day-to-day routines, how you take care of yourself, whether that's your health and well-being, or whether that's your relationship to yourself and your own mind. All of this has to be spot on now as Saturn changes signs and is saying to you, right, the focus is on you. What do you need to do to make your life easier through transforming your routines, your habits, and your pattern? And I have to say, sometimes I've only just realised in decades later, the importance of our patterns and habits. If we shift a tiny habit or pattern, we can transform our whole life. It is that powerful. And we all are programmed to go round and round in a circle each day. And we tend to stick to routines. So just by really putting the effort in to change one can bring massive rewards. So that is going to be your focus for the next 3 years. Mercury is entering Pisces on the 2nd. So you're talking about these things now. It's on your mind and you're able to discuss things. The other thing that's on your mind is love, one-to-one relationships, harmony, which obviously is very important to you because you're ruled by Venus and because you are the sign of relationships. With Venus joining forces with Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, in that area on the 2nd, it is a chance for you to have a breakthrough, to really feel the love, to understand the love in your heart without any kind of intellectual ideas getting in the way, to really feel what love is, what harmony is, and what would love look like if it was really fabulous. Even if you're in a good relationship, how can it expand? If you're not in a relationship, it's all the love that you consider love doesn't have to be with a lover, but it's on your mind how you can draw more love and harmony into your life and what it means. And there's an importance there because Venus is also conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer, on the 3rd. And the wounded healer wants you to know that, yes, there are wounds, but those wounds can become fertilizer that bring fabulous growth. So what needs to be healed so that you can let go when it comes to love? Be that with a lover, even a business partner or a friend. What is it that needs to be healed? What wound can you heal? And Venus is going to help you. And Venus is pushing you on when it comes to that. The full moon in Virgo is making you very dreamy. And you might be sort of fantasizing about someone or something. Be a little bit cautious about that. I mean, you could even manifest it into being because it's a very powerful moon. But just be a little bit cautious and make sure that you are clear about what is fantasy and what is reality, because this full moon is very intense. But something you don't know could be revealed on that full moon. You might get information that you didn't know about. So that is interesting. Now, Jupiter conjunct Chiron on the 12th is super powerful when it comes to your relationships. And it's like, okay, I'm going to push this along. I'm going to help you. I'm going to bring it to you in a brand new way. But it may mean that you have to sort of deal with some of your stuff or look at some of your stuff within that process. When Venus shifts signs into Taurus, you're feeling very intense when it comes to your relationships. You're feeling very kind of full on. Be careful you don't get obsessive around that time. But also it could be a very sexy, sensual time for you. Beware of feelings of jealousy or obsession, though, because it's in your primal zone, baby, which is great, because you can put in a lot of focus. Also, that can draw abundance to you, or you can meet someone in a position of power who's very helpful to you around that time. Now, Venus, your ruler, is sextile Saturn, which is asking you to commit to something, but something that you're passionate about. It may be hard work, but you're likely to get rewards. That's on the 17th. And then Mercury shifts signs and goes into Aries. And you're thinking about your relationships. And relationships are very much on your mind for the next, the whole of Aries season is your opposite sign. And it's about your relationships, your one-to-one relationships. And there's a new moon in Aries, which allows you to conjure up what you desire, to conjure up harmony, to conjure up balance. If you're not in a relationship and you want one, cast out your manifesting orders. If you're in a relationship and you want it to transform, it's a time for a new beginning. Actually, you can have a fresh start. And it may be that you're thinking about friendships and business partnerships, whatever it is, it's a perfect day for manifesting. Now, the big news is Pluto going into Aquarius. And it's in your 5th house of pleasure and creativity and love and happiness and joy. There may be some radical changes, perhaps over the next, oh my God, it's there for at least 15 years. So maybe something that you thought gave you pleasure, you're having to let go of, but ultimately Pluto will deliver a greater reward. But it can be about loss. It's life, death, rebirth. And then when you have the rebirth, it's amazing. But basically, Pluto is saying, you can't mess about now. What is real love and pleasure and happiness for you? One way or the other, you're going to have to be true to yourself. And we could do it the hard way or the easy way. And Pluto doesn't mess about. Fortunately, Pluto is very slow moving. So the drama doesn't happen all at once. It's not necessarily going to happen in March. But certainly, Pluto is going in and out and bringing you that message. Now, Mars is shifting signs and giving you some real va-va-va-voom and strength when it comes to your career. And you are able to push ahead. You've got more stamina than usual. And you're ready, particularly as Mars is trine Saturn. And that's all about work for you. So it could even be a long-standing or big opportunities coming for you that's going to be like solid. Not just like a day job. Something that you can really build on. Take care, gorgeous. And I'll speak to you soon. I've had my psychic company for over 20 years. I've always been exceptionally picky about who I have on my team. My psychics are incredible people. They're all emotionally intelligent. They give a very accurate and specific reading, and they're all beautiful and different in their own right.
So we got our fabulous psychics here.
My psychics go through 5 rigorous tests, including one with me, and then we get to meet.
I love meeting the readers.
And we make a film showcasing their unique skills.
Sharon P. Hello. We're doing filming. So are you excited? Just relax, be yourself. Open up your heart.
So if you feel that you're accurate, you're emotionally intelligent, and your heart really wants to empower your clients, then we'd love you to apply and come for a test with us.